Alright, hello everyone. It is good to see you on this Friday. It's not too late in the afternoon. It's like mid-afternoon. I've gotten back from my day job, so I am excited to stream with you all. Just as a reminder, I will most likely be streaming on Fridays and Sundays from now on, now that I have my day job. And on Fridays it'll probably be around this time, 6 or 7 p.m. And I intend to stream for about 2 hours. Sunday I might be able to stream longer just because it's one of my days off. I love his design on his leather, the lion guard on it. Anyway, got distracted. So yeah, so it's so good to see you all. My name's Poetentate, but I go by Poe. Oh, I'm so happy to be streaming again. I get to finally try out the new event that's dropped in here, because I can't do the event without you all, of course. So let's see. So as you all know, I do the, I use up all of my trailblazing power and I do simulated universe and my daily quests when I'm not here with you all. So let's look at the achievements I've gotten. We have inflict 4 DOT effects upon one enemy at the same time. Okay. Also, I apologize if we see any like server buffering. I don't know what it is recently because it only does it on Honkai, so maybe Star Rail is having some issues, but every once in a while the server just has a terrible time. Reply to 10 idle chat texts from other characters. Have at least 3 enemy units be afflicted with shock, burn, bleed, and wind shear simultaneously in the simulated universe. So I have been working on the Nihility path, and that's what that's from. Unlock 12 blessings of Nihility in simulated universe, and have 10 or more blessings of Nihility when clearing simulated universe. So as you can see, I've been doing a lot of simulated universe stuff. 31 to 52. We're getting there. And then defeat Calyx 500 times. Fun. Alright, so that's what I have gotten. Let's see. So yeah, so as you can see, Dan Hung. Love him. What's this? Oh yeah, I had heard that in Honkai Star Rail you can now do past events and you can still get the rewards from them. And everybody was going nuts because they wish that they could get that in Genshin. I do as well because I would love to do Albedo's first event quest so that I could get the sword. Because that sword is the best one on the Traveler for all of their different types. So Silverwolf is currently, she's new to the game and she's Nihility, of course. I personally will not be pulling for her, even though it pains me because Dan Hung is on her banner, and so I could have gotten constellations for my boy, but I cannot because I am saving up for either Laosha or, depending on how, I've seen leaks for Dan Hung's 5-star and I really want it. So if he gets like stated that he's gonna drop right after Laosha's banner, I might just save for Dan Hung. There's a new event, really excited to work on that one, so that's what we'll be doing first. And then... is there 2 new events? Event, oh yes, it looks like there might be 2 of them. That's cool. I might not be able to do this one because I'm not in the next area, and it looks like I have to be in the next area to be able to get to that one. Alright, so Arlen probably will give us the event, potentially. Peppy's emergency contact. Oh! Alright, hello Kalis, you have some time. I still haven't thanked you for helping me when we first met. Shouldn't you be thanking Dan Hung? You should thank Dan Hung, he was the one who found you. Both of you saved my life, I wouldn't have lasted much longer. Thank you for finding me and taking me somewhere else, somewhere safe. Do you have time to come to the base zone? I have a gift I want to give you. Can you mail it? You're being too polite. I'll be right over. I'll be right over. I don't know. Every time I'm told to come to the space station, I'm suspicious of it because it's probably some plot by Asta. Asta is like, a lot of people have been comparing her to Mona. Oh, I'm getting Arlen's quest. Comparing her to Mona from her, like, her animation style, but she's a lot closer to, like, either Ayaka or, Ayato personality-wise. So we got another companion mission, this time from Arland. So did I not get this event? Oh, that one is the the event one. Okay, we'll put that down as the one that I need to navigate to. What, prerequisite mission, Silent Galaxy. Oh, I'm like really close to getting that one too. Okay, well, maybe it might be like sometimes in Genshin they don't tell you immediately which one you have to get done. It'll be like a sequence of missions where it'll be like, oh, you get through Silent Galaxy, but then the next one's also blocking it, so it just changes to whatever the next quest is called. But yeah, we will get started on working through that. Let's see, is there anything else to update you about? Right, let's look at these guys. So, have them fully up to 50, all of my main team. Their light cones are fully up to 50, and if you all were here for the last stream, I barely got him. Hi! Sorry, I got distracted. But yes, if you all were here for my last stream, I groveled, but I got him his light cone, so I was able to get Jingwon and his light cone just barely. I have no pulls at all, but I got him. And we have him up to 50, of course. Did you get Jingyuan though? I knew you were wanting him. Yes, so I have all of their light cones up to 50, and then I have been working on their traces. So currently I have everyone in my main team's traces fully maxed out. Oh, you paid? Is it too much to ask how much you paid? Like how much you invested in your Jingyuan? But I have all of their traces leveled up. I haven't really got much on relics. I have some of these guys. I've already forgotten what they're called. Planner spears. I got them because when I was doing the what is it called? The Herta, the simulated universe, you can get like the coins that let you get these things, and I use those to get these. I haven't really done any relic hunting yet because I am trying to wait until I can get gold relics. But yeah, so I have everyone up to that, so I was going to start working on unlocking everyone else. If you remember, Arlen was the only one I didn't have ascended, but I just recently got him ascended. So I started working on Bronya. Since I have everyone ascended, I started working on leveling up Bronya's light cone. And so that's what I was doing last. All right, we can admire the general. Very pretty. Wait a minute. I just realized. So he is a general, right? I haven't met him yet, but he's a general.
Life is as ephemeral as dew on a leaf.
But his voice actor is also voice acts Sino, who is the General Matra Maha. So like in both of the games that he voice acts for Honkai, he's playing general characters. That's a little funny. All right, so give me that. All right, so what are we doing? I don't have a new simulated universe for you all. I did the 4th one last time, and showed you all it. So I guess we can just go straight to the event. Oh, where is it? This one, this one. So Arland has called upon us, and he apparently has a gift for us. So let's see. Why are there so many people here? What is going on? Oh yeah, also, I accidentally, when I was just going around getting the stuff for like leveling up traces and relics and doing my daily quest, I accidentally, I think, got some of my main quest voice lines, because if you're in the main square, March is like, oh, Branya said that she would wait 700 years for us. Do you humans really live that long? And Dan Heng was like, humans can live that long, but I wouldn't really call them human at that point, in this like really dour tone. And then March replied something, and that's where the conversation ended. And since I've been seeing a lot of leaks, you can't really avoid them, unfortunately, unless you just block Star Rail on social media, of Dan Heng's 5-star form, and some of like potentially the spoilers of people he's interacted with. And so I wonder if that is in reference to Dan Heng himself, or maybe... I will be quiet. My follower doesn't want spoilers. Alright, so yeah, but he states that whenever you're doing the Bellabog quest with Branya, he's like, humans, if they live that long, can't be considered humans, and I'm suspicious of that voice line. But we'll leave it there for the sake of my followers. Alright, here's Arland. I always forget how tiny Arland is. I think Jing Yuan is the tallest character in the game currently, like playable character. Because Kalis is definitely shorter than him. Gepard? I feel like Gepard is the same height, but Jing Yuan has his high ponytail that technically gives him some height. But I think Gepard is either exactly the same height or just like a centimeter smaller. And then Dan Heng is of course much smaller than Gepard. And then I think Kalis is about the same height, but again, Dan Heng's got curly hair, so it sticks up a little bit to make him taller. Alright, Arland, you called upon me.
Correct. All the cabins they might pass by have been checked. Remember to report to lead researcher Asta.
Something's going down on the ship, once again. Oh, speaking of stuff that goes down on the ship, there was a daily quest, like a series of daily quests that I absolutely loved, and I think it's one of those, like, you make an important decision and that decision like affects the game because it affects if characters are there or not. And it's this thing like the Xenohydro, and it's like Among Us. It's like pretending to be a different human and can kind of cause pranks and stuff. And in this quest, you find out that someone's like helping the Xenohydro, and you're trying to uncover who is helping it. And then at the end, you get to make a choice. You can either let both the Xenohydro and the helper go. You can capture the Xenohydro and let the helper go, or you can capture the Xenohydro and the helper. Now, throughout the entire time I was doing that quest, because of how they've described the Xenohydro, it's fully sentient, it can make its own decisions. During the quest, during the daily quest, the helper is like has helped it changed its mind. Like the helper was like they were gonna kill you, but then I pleaded with them not to, and the Xenohydro then changed its mind and was like, all right, because my friend stated that you shouldn't die, we're just gonna capture you instead. It shows that it can change its mind based off its own moral values, and so the entire time I was like, this thing's a sentient creature. It should not be captured and put back in storage if it's like this sentient. Like that's considered torture to humans, so why wouldn't it be considered torturous for the Xenohydro? So I chose to let it go, that the helper and the Xenohydro would both be allowed to be free on the space station. And then you can meet it if you talk to the crowd of people at the end of the quest, and you can figure out which researcher is the Xenohydro. It's really cool. That was at least my reaction to it. I really like these, like, make a decision and then this character will exist on the space station or not things that Honkai is doing. I kind of wish that there was like a morality thing, that like a morality spectrum you could have in the game, like depending on what choice. Well, then again, but morality is like based off of the person, so what is considered moral by one person isn't moral to other people. So if you assigned specifically like this is the good choice, this is the neutral choice, and the bad choice, it kind of like makes it so that it's not like philosophical anymore, because people can debate back and forth on if a choice is good or bad, and it all depends on people. Anyway, so getting past that, I thought that was a really fun daily quest. Honkai sprinkles in some really fun daily quests is what I'm trying to get at. I'm here. I love the hands on the hip.
Outside the base zone later. Ah, it's you.
You look busy.
Sorry, this is embarrassing. We suddenly had some stuff come up. I wanted to take care of it before you arrived, but I can't seem to even get a break around here.
I like that they have a dress code, and specifically in some stuff you pick up, they talk about the dress code to try and make it so that there aren't like, kind of like how schools will sometimes have dress codes so that no one looks like they're above others by some people having really expensive clothes and other people having really cheap or dirty clothing. But then the people who are main characters, like Arlen and Asta, apparently do not have to follow this dress code whatsoever.
Never mind about that. Here, this is for you. I made it this morning, and I've been keeping it warm.
That can be concerning. You made me some fried rice, a gift. Did you save any for Asta?
No, she had pudding this morning. I made it especially for you.
Aww, Arland. That's so nice.
I spent a long time wondering what to give you. In the end, I realized I should stick to what I'm good at. Miss Asta loves my fried rice, so I hope you like it too.
I came all the way to this space station for fried rice? Do you know how much space I had to cover? Anyway, I enjoy that. Also, I'm really curious, since Arlen covers up this eye and he has the scar over his nose, if maybe the scar goes up over his other eye.
Sorry it's so noisy here. I wanted to find somewhere quieter where I could get your feedback, but
something's going down on the space station again.
Miss Asta said that gratitude has to be sincere. It's a shame that I had to finish it up so hastily. Some big shot suddenly decided to visit the space station today. Everyone has been in a hurry since the announcement. They're all worried that a bad impression could damage Madame Herta's reputation.
This is literally Madame Herta's locker room. I don't understand why everyone is so obsessed with that She could not care less if you killed this important person on the space station, probably.
Miss Asta said that the guest appears to be Madame Herta's research partner. If he's doing research with her, he must be famous throughout the galaxy.
Oh my gosh, is this Scrollium? Is it? She might care then, but not really. The way she's talked about him in the simulated universe, she probably doesn't care.
Look at the time. The guest is almost here. If you're curious, just follow the crowd. Miss Asta and I will be there soon.
I really like this design. They have like the jumpsuit and then they have like the more skirt appearance of this outfit, which I do like that both males and females both wear both of the outfits. But yeah, I do like this design more out of the two. The jumpsuit one looks like it would be really annoying to get in and out of. This one looks like it's a two-piece where you have like the dress part and then this is a jacket that goes over it, while the jumpsuit is all one piece and it would be a pain. Herta's research partner. I remember she once talked about the elevator's entrance needs to be nearby. I shall check it out now. Doo-doo-doo. A person? An important person? My brain always makes me want to click spacebar to jump whenever I'm walking around, just from a habit from Genshin.
Wow, it's the first time I've seen such a spectacle.
Even the top brass.
So this visitor is...
Oh my gosh, that
Get
butterfly
ready.
was so cute.
Hypothesis. Thought always precedes word. Huh? And yet, I can't find the words for this moment.
Forget of the butterfly.
It's good to see you, Asta. I apologize. I'm 4 minutes and 13 seconds earlier than the appointed time. I hope it's not a bother.
Okay, but the voice difference between the voice that he's talking in now plus what was in the cutscene is huge, and the one in the cutscene, A++, 100%, loved that. Butterfly, love it. I can already see all of the cosplayers wanting to put together this outfit. And then of course, the people on TikTok, I'm sure, are making certain edits about this man, this robot. But absolutely the funniest bit was Arlen elbowing our sweet child, Kalis, being like, you gotta put your head down. It's an important person. Be formal. And I'm like, I appreciate that for our 11-day-old child.
Of course not, Mr. Scrollum. Welcome to Herta Space Station.
See, the back here is also really nice. I'm curious if these are act almost as like the glider wings. There's us. The glider wings in Genshin, because it has like the cog, and so I'm curious if this folds out like wings or maybe a shield. For maybe if he ever becomes a playable character. I would think wings because of the whole butterfly thing, but maybe not.
No need for formalities, Asta. Herta Space Station is where knowledge converges. Here we celebrate the equality of thought. Such collaboration between organic life forms is magnificent and efficient. You're rebuilding the space station far quicker than I could have imagined.
We appreciate your high praise, Mr. Scrollum. Would you like me to show you around? Since the last summit, we've launched several new research projects focused on silicone-based matrices.
Well, that sounds lovely, but I do have a meeting with Herta, so let's put the new surprises on hold for now.
He's so much nicer than Herta. Isn't he also part of the Genius Society? Herta, like... He's so nice. Just stops before I start insulting Herta.
Madame Herta should be in her office. I'll take you there. Right this way.
The colors on this is so nice.
Sure. And you are?
Can you guess? I love him. He probably has some kind of sensor that, like, maybe in his eyes were just like a glowing star point because of the Celeron. So far, this is literally what we've said to every single person is, "Hi, I'm Kalis," so we might as well continue the tradition.
Ah, hello, young sir. I've heard so much about you. Herta talks about you often.
Probably the fact that I'm not giving her enough research material, I'm sure. Nothing good.
She's quite curious about you, as am I. What is it like to live in symbiosis with a Stellaron? I hope we'll have sufficient time in the future to get to know each other and answer this question.
Did you see his eyes are flickering? I wonder if that means like he's scanning us or if that's like excitement or something, but his eyes were like flickering. That's cool. I wonder if he has
Sorry,
like...
I wanted to show you around, but now I don't think I'll be able to get away.
I wonder if he, like, his face is like, even though it's very obviously robotic, it's in like a human mold, so I wonder if the rest of him is also a human mold, even if it is robotic, or if it goes for the more like traditional robot like skeleton structure.
All right, see you later.
Oh, okay, it's not a jumpsuit. It has two pieces. That's a little bit better. A jumpsuit is an absolute nightmare. Arlen is also busy. I better leave him alone. That person over there seems to be doing something to Herta's portrait.
Oh, strange. It should be around here somewhere. Maybe it's hidden inside Madame Herta's portrait. Huh? Do you need something? If you're looking for the front desk, just go straight through those doors.
Aren't I famous? How do you not know who I am? Not to sound self-important, but like everyone I've met so far on the space station knows who I am. What are you doing?
Wait a second. I know you. I saw you chatting with Captain Arlen just now. You must be the rising star who caught Madame Herta's attention. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Leonard, a cybersecurity engineer here at the space station.
Okay, so it's Leonard. Some people pronounce that name as Leonard, and then others as Leonard, and they just ignore the O entirely.
You probably know that this place was recently attacked by the Antimatter Legion. In the chaos, the master control system for each zone was paralyzed.
Oh yeah, I know all about that. It was my birthday. I'm 11 days old. You know, 11 days since the Antimatter Legion attacked.
Now that the station is being rebuilt, my job is to repair equipment and restore the space station's cybersecurity. But during the repair process, I discovered some anomalies. The access records show that a third party other than the Legion invaded while the master control system was paralyzed.
Yes, that was my mother. Oh, no, wait. I was about to say that was my mother, Kafka, but no. The person who was in the system is Silverwolf. That would be my aunt. I don't want to say either of these because it, like... I must have some loyalty to the Stellaron Hunters because they seem to know me prior to my current state of, I guess, almost amnesia. And then there's, of course, that person who is able to look into the future, which I haven't seen anyone talking about since the tutorial. Like... I mean, in-game, but also online, like, no one's talking about the fact that there's a person who apparently can see the future and saw that in our path across the stars, we would end up saving the stars. And so they were, like, sending us off on our path, and then essentially they're gonna help us get from to the end of the story. Like, they're not bad people. And so I don't want to betray them. And it feels like if they don't know they're the Stellaron Hunters were the one that invaded, I don't want to tell them that. And if I say, is it a lady in sunglasses? Again, that is telling them that I know more information than I should. But the Astral Express sounds dumb, but I'll say that anyway.
No, they arrived earlier. We suspect that it may have been the Stellaron Hunters. It's an elusive group and very dangerous. Every member is on the IPC's wanted list.
I wonder if I can see that list. I would love to see that list. You want to know why? I want to know if Sampo's on that list. He should be if he's not. Okay, so they at least know that it's the Stellaron Hunters, so I can, now that I know that information and someone's told me that, I can share that information without looking suspicious.
They include a super hacker from Punk Lord. I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost to her once before.
I'm sure you've lost to her many times.
A while ago, I discovered her whereabouts during a screening process. I was planning to follow the clues to find more details about her, but I fell into her trap. Can you guess what happened next? She reverse hacked my device, sent out a bunch of spam, made a video game open to the space station, and told everyone that an idiot named Leonard made a big silly mistake. Ugh, I don't want to think about it. Now that everything is calmed down, I thought they'd be on my case already. The silver lining? Madame Herta was generous enough to allow me to continue investigating this matter.
I'm sure she just didn't care, but alright. She's getting revenge on you. Normally she doesn't want to deal with it. Literally what I was saying.
Hence, my silver lining. You know Madame Herta. If she's really interested in something, it doesn't matter what anyone else says. To put it simply, the leaders have given me an opportunity. How could I not cherish it? If I can make up for my mistakes and do a good job, I may have a chance to prove myself.
I don't think... My guy, you're shooting really high. I don't think you taking... I mean, if you did successfully take down the Stellaron Hunters, you would make a name for yourself, that's for sure. But you're aiming pretty high. Like, unless you're a manhwa protagonist, I don't think that'll happen for you.
This time, I plan to start from inside the space station and see if I can find some clues to trace the intruder's steps. Maybe I can find the blind spot I missed before.
Is this event me stopping you or getting in your way? Because if you trace their steps successfully, you'll see that they made me, that I'm not, well, I'm sure that they know that I wasn't on the space station to begin with. But like, I feel like that would be bad for me.
I designed a decoding program. Look, it looks like a camera, but it's actually a detector. We should be able to find hidden clues with it. Just like this.
Leonard aims the detector at the wall. Something seems to appear on the wall.
Oh, that's,
A drop of sweat, a drop of water, a blue teardrop-shaped object. Ah, she's just so pretty. Oh, I get it. It's a drop of sweat because you see her face and the anime sweat drop. A blue teardrop-shaped object.
What are you talking about? This looks like... Oh, a drop of sweat? Unbelievable! Why would something like this be in the space station? The staff wouldn't even dare scribble on the wall, let alone leave a drop of sweat! So this is what we're looking for? This suspicious evidence? It wasn't what I was expecting, but...
I mean, Silverwolf, because she likes playing video games and whatnot, and what she did, instead of like destroying your entire computer or planting fake evidence about you to get you kicked out, she seems kind of playful as a person, so it seems so like Silverwolf's style.
Wait a second. Let me take a look. Oh, I see. This is electronic graffiti that appears to represent Punkalordian symbols. If I'm not mistaken, this should be some kind of automatic encryption. We need to decipher it if we want to find any culpatory evidence.
Cyber graffiti. That's interesting.
Ugh, you got me there. I got caught up in our conversation. I wasn't paying attention. Let me think. Maybe I've been under too much stress recently and I subconsciously want a friend.
Oh?
Anyway, if I were to find clues related to the Stellaron Hunters, wouldn't that be helpful to you too?
Oh, what? What did we realize? The fact that you're looking into the Stellaron Hunters is helpful because I could ask them why they brought me to life 11 days ago. But also I feel like it puts my identity in jeopardy. Why are we owing? I want to know.
Just do me a favor. It won't take up too much of your time. Here, just point it at the graffiti on the wall.
You pointed at the graffiti on the wall and then some blinking blue patterns start to appear. Suddenly the pattern imploded and engulfed its surrounding sounds and colors. Something inside seems to be breaking out from it. Is it a fight? Are we about to fight something? Oh, we're fighting something.
Why are there Void Rangers here?
Here is thunder!
Is that all?
Why are we owing?
We're forged
I
in
want an
ice.
explanation.
Never falters!
That scared me to death! Did you see that? It seemed like something popped up here, then Void Rangers jumped out.
There seems to be an extra person.
But look! Just like I guessed, this graffiti is encrypted. If we decipher it, we can see some hidden information. The surveillance camera captured her face. Silverwolf. It's exactly the same as the photo on the IPC's wanted list. Let me see what she was up to.
I still don't trust the IPC.
Is this a transmitter beacon? Oh, I see. She probably ran into the Antimatter Legion during the invasion, then used this beacon to teleport the enemies somewhere else.
Actually, if I remember the tutorial correctly, she was sending the Antimatter Legion away from Kafka, not her. Oh, so this is talking about that technology she had in the tutorial, where she was able to teleport enemies away.
We accidentally activated the beacon again just now, and they were brought back. Jeez, Stellaron Hunters have the ability to stow enemies away like that? Beacon transmission that doesn't require a power source and can be implemented solely through computation? No wonder they were able to break into the space station. With this, I'm afraid not even Madame Herta's office is safe.
Don't be discouraged, have some faith, we'll figure this out. Is this tech really that impressive? I'm 11 days old, we'll give that one.
It's not only impressive, how should I put it? She can edit reality as freely as she could edit a program.
Okay, and the fact that she does not take over the universe with this supposedly awesome technology just shows that the Stellaron Hunters aren't that bad.
Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? I always thought it was fringe science and that nobody other than the masked fools believed it really existed.
There's the masked fools again. Wait, if the masked fools believe in teleportation, and there's a big theory running around that Sampo is part of the masked fools, so is that how he's able to get around like he does, and then he never explains how he got from point A to point B, is because he uses teleportation technology?
There's a strange signal nearby. Maybe it's another piece of graffiti.
I hope Sampo eventually gets a 5-star.
They even put down a question mark. They must be making fun of us.
I hope he gets a 5. Oh, you're back? Is it your internet or my internet that's being terrible? But I'm glad you're back. This looks very Mario Party. But yeah, I hope Sampo eventually gets a 5-star, and so that
She went towards the base zone. Yep. There's only one way.
Because I would love to get some more backstory on him.
Disappeared again? This thing keeps cutting out when I'm deciphering it. She must have stopped here for a bit. Let's look around.
Well, there's obviously a talk bubble right there. Oh, there's one here too.
Can you let me have some fun this time? Our last few operations turned out to be pretty dull.
Well, I'm glad you're back. I hope your internet isn't too bad. Are you still in America, or is that why you're on hotspot, or are you back in your home country?
She makes it seem easy. Is she really looking at the Curio Collection Index?
Who's she talking to?
Judging by how calm she is, she must have been in this room for a while. Maybe she was waiting for someone. Not sure what happened after that. Let's search somewhere else.
Sorry about that. Oh, that's cool. Have you been able to do anything fun? Or if you're in the areas that have been getting the smoke from the wildfires in Canada, I hope that you've been able to stay out of it and stay safe. But other than that, if you're not in those areas or prior to that, I hope you've been having some fun.
Your fake ID info is ready.
Oh, I'm glad you were able to stay inside, and I'm glad it was only for a little bit.
Ah, so that's what happened. She sneaked in first, then helped her partner in through the main door. It's a classic hacking operation. Let's see. The registered name is Leonard Collywell.
Aha, you're the imposter among us. Not the Xenohydro event being an Among Us reference, and then this being Among Us. Call who well? Collywelly. Aha, you're the imposter. I knew you were suspicious from the beginning.
How is this possible? She used my identity. I never noticed that there was an issue with this record. I subconsciously glanced right past it when I saw my own name. She's so cunning.
I want to zoom in. Does this man even have a face? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Maybe you throw in the towel. She's a sneaky one.
It's an honest mistake. The reaction of any ordinary person is to check for unfamiliar names, right? I mean, who would think to check their own name?
I swear, does this man have a face? Oh, another bubble.
The graffiti's location is quite interesting. It feels like she's playing a game with us. One dot leads to another.
She probably is.
I heard from a friend that the hackers on Punk Lord have a tradition. When they hack, they purposely leave something behind for people to discover. Kind of like throwing down the gauntlet. They call this the Punk Lord mentality. There can only be competition when there's rivalry. And there can only be excitement when there is competition. Life's a game, and having fun is what's most important. I don't understand that way of thinking. But it seems like this graffiti might have been left behind for us on purpose as a clue. The same thing happened last time as well. I was so close to the target, but got obliterated in the final battle of information.
Oh, so close, yet so far. It's not your fault. Let's focus on the work at hand.
You're right. It doesn't help to dwell on past failures. Thank you. Ah, she seems to be leaving. Let's keep up.
So is this what the entire quest is gonna be?
They
like,
seem to be heading toward the monitoring room.
where I'm just gonna follow her around? Or her after image around from the tutorial? Essentially like Oh, this was Silverwolf's perspective during the tutorial since you were with Kafka the entire time. I'm still concerned on what this is going to show with what happened to me, considering Silverwolf was the one who put together the data to make me come into existence.
Another graffiti. They're all different too. She really put some thought into this.
Kaboom.
Huh? Is this section of the record damaged? She went through the wall and disappeared.
No, it's because the Stellaron's behind it. She altered the record, she teleported, could the display malfunction?
That's highly unlikely. I bought this detector just last week. The refund guarantee hasn't even expired yet.
Ah, yes. Planned obsolescence, where things are meant to break right after the warranty ends.
Let's talk about that later.
Doesn't he just give, like...
I got it! It might be an effect from a curio. There was a pre-established folded space here, and the intruders found it and took advantage of it.
Yes, because that's where the Stellaron was. It's my birthplace. Doesn't this man just give, like, basic either Japanese or Korean protagonists, like manga, manhwa protagonists? Like, his face is just so... that face that you see in all of them.
No wonder she kept going through the curio collection index. This space is connected to the Stellaron room. Do you still remember it? That's where they put the Stellaron inside you.
Yeah, and you're not asking where I came from before that? Because it would make more sense for the Stellaron hunters to put a Stellaron in a comrade instead of someone that would go up against them later. So if the idea is like, oh, they implanted the Stellaron into my body, does everybody just think I'm an experiment and they wanted to see if they could do it? Or why aren't people more suspicious of me? Kafka.
Huh? What are you muttering about? Why would they leave you here if their objective was the Stellaron? With her capabilities, all she would have needed to do was make another beacon. She would have been able to escape with the Stellaron, no problem.
Giving my character a headache for the plot development.
Huh? There's no graffiti here. Oh, we're doomed! The trail has gone cold. Ugh, so strange. Did she really leave just like that?
Oh, it's
she
the raiding
came
gun.
all this way and didn't take anything with her, nor leave anything behind.
No, what she left behind is me.
Oh, they did leave you behind. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. It must have been a terrible feeling waking up in a place that was completely unfamiliar to you.
I really don't understand what everybody else thinks about what happened to me. Because, like, I'm not a member from this, like, am I an experiment? Am I a relic that they're just letting walk around? I do actually think I am a relic, though.
Oh, me? That's how I feel when I wake up every day.
Same.
I can't help but feel there's more that they're after. I really hope I can find something that's useful to you. Otherwise, I'll feel bad for having you do so much work for nothing.
My man, the only work I've done is press a scan button for graffiti and listen to your theories. It's not that bad.
The more I talk about it, the worse I feel. I should probably find something that I can do. There's a raiding pistol here. I wonder what my rating would be. Whoa, look here! There's a strange access log in the raiding pistol's compartment.
Oh yeah, didn't Silverwolf say that she wanted to be raided by this thing?
It looks like the log time occurred during the Legion's invasion. The researchers would have already been evacuated by then. Could it have been her? In which case, she didn't leave immediately. She implanted the Stellaron inside you, and then fiddled around with the raiding pistol for a while. Could it be that... I just realized something. We need to go to the curio collection room on the other side.
Okay. But also, look, rating pistol. So I got 84 points. What does Japard get? Japard gets 62. Dunhung? 88! Dunhung is more dangerous than we are. What about our general? Rating invalid. Its eyeball swivels around 3 times before suddenly widening. After a brief impasse, its eyes shut warily. Okay. Interesting. So all the other boys are rateable, but Jing Yuan is unrateable. So, and the eye is full of malice, but then that time was wary. I wonder what that means. Let's see. What about Branya? I'm just gonna end up going through all the characters now. $37 points. That's the lowest score so far. 37. Gepard was 60 something. What about Natasha then? $32. Okay, so even less than Branya. I wonder if maybe it's a rating based on how willing someone is to commit harm, because Natasha and Branya, though they will fight, they prefer not to, right? While then the general is well known for fighting, and so I wonder, rating invalid for her. Okay, so I wouldn't think it's they can't be willingness to commit harm, because March isn't a very like aggressive person unless it has something to do with her history before she was encased in ice. Okay, so Jing Yuan and March have both had rating invalid. Okay, what about our mysterious boy? Another rating invalid for Sampo. So Jing Yuan, March 7th, and Sampo all have rating invalids. $93 points? That's the highest score we've gotten outside of the rating invalids. Why would Peya have such a high score? What? But didn't, like, back in the tutorial, it state that the score is based on, like, how dangerous a person is? So why is Peya at, like, 97? That's literally the highest score outside of rating invalid. What? Or is it the other way around, that high scores are, like, the less dangerous you are, and low scores are the more dangerous you are? Like, I don't understand that. Oh, she has a tail. I didn't know that. Oh, Ting Yun has 13 points. There's our lowest score. I didn't know. I've always seen her from this angle, I guess it makes sense that she has a tail, but that's a bushy tail. That's cool. Okay. I've never used her before, as you can see. Okay, let's look at Asta then. 29 points. Okay, so less than Branya and Natasha, more than Ting Yun. $65 points. Okay, decent score. Let's look at Serval. 67, okay. Way more than her brother. Her brother's in like the 30s. Okay, a lot of the people that have had rating invalids have also seemed to... Well, I was gonna say, like, they seemed inhuman, but I don't think that's correct either. Four points for Herta? 4. It would be a devious prank indeed if this gun was just dishing out random scores. 4 points. Alright. Let's see what Hook has. 6 points. Okay. Just barely above Herta's. And then one more. Let's see Arlen's score. 55 points. Okay. Again, I feel like almost that this thing is basing it off of like how much you're willing to commit harm. Like Arlen seems definitely like he would be in the 50s because he doesn't want to commit harm unless he has to. So it would be like a 50-50 split. But then that brings up the question on why Peya is at 97 points. If it's if it's based off of willingness to commit harm, why is she so angry? So Herta's was the lowest at 4 points, Peya's was the highest at 97 points, and March, Jingyuan and Sampo were all doodly bop, can't think of word, were all invalid. They could not be, they could all not be scanned for some reason. Alright, so now that I've probably bored you all with going through the entire collection of characters I have and seeing their ratings, let's continue on with the quest. Especially since we're on a time limit today.
Just as I thought. She was here.
Where? Oh, I see it now, the graffiti. Oh, that's a cute little, like, sticker.
I just remembered that Madame Herta has a game cartridge named Punk Lord Mentality in her collection.
It's a game cartridge? Is that the little thing where it's like you're a radish?
You remember it, right? It's actually on the list of missing curios.
Nope.
I wasn't able to put the two together before. If the hacker has a personal objective other than the Stellaron Hunter's mission... I got it! I got it now! The Stellaron Hunter's operation was just a cover for her.
Feels like you have it backwards, but she was after the curio?
That's right! She was so interested in the Curio Collection Index that she stayed in the space station even after her mission was complete. This was what she was truly after.
agree that I think you have that backwards, that she was just picking this up on the side, but alright.
She knew we would be looking for the Stellaron hunters and used it as her cover. Very smart. To be expected of someone from Punklord. Hold on, though. Something doesn't add up. The curios are Madame Herta's most prized possessions. All the visit requests are sent to her office from the computer in the main control room.
Yeah, but she's running under your access or whatever.
Some researchers tried to gain access to the curios for research purposes once, but they didn't get proper authorization. She caught them all red-handed.
She values them more than the researchers? I have a... Could it be the main control room was hacked as well?
You got me there. But with the skills of this hacker, I do think it's possible. We should go and check the main control room.
La-di-dee, la-da-da. We are running. 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 I can't walk there. I don't want to... There's no good place to walk where I don't have to fight something, so we're just gonna skirt, skirt, skirt. You don't see me. I am the wind. You do not see me. I run fast enough that you lose interest in me.
Wait, don't move. I get chills just looking at the space station monitors now. Let me investigate first. Just perfect. Not only did she shut off all the access logs, she shut off all the terminal transmissions too. I thought it was the Legion that did this.
Do we need to do a restart? No one noticed? That was what I was thinking. It's like, did no one check this?
This wouldn't have been a high priority issue. The space station's to-do list is ridiculously long at this point. I am curious though. She paused the terminal transmissions, but didn't touch the local data at all. I really don't get her. As a Stellaron hunter, she leaves the Stellaron behind. As a hacker, she doesn't delete the local log. There's an external port here. I'm gonna plug in and take a look.
Might be a trap.
Relax, friend. I've done this a million times. Look at this agreement.
As you fear it, a burst of light shines and the enemy appears. Time to fight! We just traumatized all the researchers here who have PTSD from the attack by re-summoning the monsters from the attack.
Rules are made to be broken.
So what was this about? You've done it a million times?
I was right. There was something fishy about the local data she left behind.
My man. Yeah.
Now we can browse through the curio access logs. Huh? That can't be right. This curio doesn't seem to have ever left the space station.
She didn't take the curio either?
From the way things look, yes. The records show that this curio was last sent to Madame Herta's office, and then it disappeared? I'm seriously confused. What did she come here for? She wouldn't have put the graffiti up just to mess with us, would she?
Maybe.
No, if I start thinking like that, I may as well give up now. I have to fully investigate every lead, or I'll really be out of a job.
I don't understand how the jobs work in this space station, because some people are here like, oh yeah, I worked super hard to get this job, and other people were like, I just ended up here, you know? In Rainbow City, rain dews are a decor without any tactility. They shatter and scatter as they hit the ground, just like those legendary stories that are out of reach and will eventually fall. Yes, this was the original meaning of the graffiti. Perhaps there have since been some subtle deviations, but that's not important. A question mark. It could come from a puzzle, an inexplicable emotion, an interactive object, or a quest that can be completed. See, that's how charming the question mark is. Mysterious mystery of language lies not... Okay. New unlocked graffitis. During the Star Hunt game event, complete the companion mission Punk Lord Mentality in story mode to receive graffitis and activate graffiti markers. Select the graffiti markers to perform light cone analysis. Complete the analysis to obtain the light cone before the tutorial mission starts. Click this to start the making graffitis. You can use graffitis to create sprays. What? Collect all the graffitis to receive the event light cone. Select the Aerotime graffiti. Analyze progress can be viewed here. Analysis, I mean. Arcade challenge. During the Star Hunt game event, complete the arcade challenge to receive Always Smiling, which is used to exchange for the rewards such as superimposition materials in the event shop. Okay, so it's like the weapons in Genshin. During events, follow the signs to find the hidden graffitis and interact with them to receive the corresponding rewards. Follow the signs to find the photo subjects and interact with them to receive the corresponding rewards. During the Star Hunt game event, complete sealed sectors as designated difficulties to receive extra rewards. Okay, lots of things to do. So let's go back here and fill in these bits. And then... Alright, so usually you want to start by getting all of the superimposition things. So that's what we'll aim for first. Alright, hidden codes. Located the hidden graffiti in the blue area. So there are 3 graffiti, it looks like, in this area. Follow the signs to find the hidden graffitis and interact with them to receive the corresponding rewards. Got it. Alright, so there are apparently 3 graffiti here. I see one up there. Easy enough. So that's 1 graffiti. Alright, anything under the stairs? That's not, okay. Oh, here's another one. That's 2 graffiti. One on the wall and one on the floor. Usually that would mean that the next one's gonna be on the ceiling somewhere. Graffiti, graffiti. Where are you, graffiti? And it showed that it can also be upstairs, so let's make sure it's not up here somewhere. I don't see it on the ceiling, I don't see it on the walls up here.
My research.
Ah, there it is.
When I was young.
I don't want to talk to you, sir. Alright, that gets us all the graffiti. So, take a picture of trash can in the master control, take a picture of a space anchor master control, take a picture of a food order robot. Okay, trash can, food order robot, and I've already forgotten the last one. Space anchor. Alright. Okay, trash can and a space anchor. There is a trash can over here. Okay, and then we are off to... Oh wait, let me go and grab the superimposition. Alright, to Hertz's office. This entire stream might just be working on the event. Hope you all are okay with that. I'm Sheila Nova, the guide from the Hertz Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Hold, pause, wait. No, I told you about your existence and you malfunctioned. What are you doing here? I didn't expect to see you again. Have we met before? Sorry, as a guide, I have to deal with many people every day. Please excuse me, sir, for my forgetfulness. I am busy right now. I'm here to pick up some videos from Mr. Gonolev of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Sorry, but I don't have time for chit-chat. I'm still waiting for the researcher Esther to approve the request for the videotape access. You are free to come here whenever you like. The Department of Galactic Geopolitics guide welcomes your inquiries. The cold, proper guide from the Department of Galactic Geopolitics is always smiling. On her neck there is a faint line number, 158. That... I almost cussed him out. Oh my gosh, no! I told the last one that she was a robot, and that man was chastised enough and he made a new one anyway? He made a new one anyway? He just made the next model that's gonna pretend to be her until she malfunctions? This... I am calm. I am calm. I am calm.
That's not gonna happen.
Oh. I've never had to go past her because I just teleport straight into Hertz's office. Oh. Oh. Okay.
I'll say it again. I don't care what Runmei said to you, but there's no chance we're shutting down the simulated universe.
I mean, I'm against it because I get rewards from it, but I also agree that it seems the gods are kind of channeling through it, so it might be concerning.
Herta, I've made my decision. Question: what have we invested into this project? Hundreds of system hours, the resources of an entire planet, and the most advanced technology in the entire universe. And what have we gotten in return? Unknowns, confusion, and a series of errors. In the beginning, we defined the simulated universe as a miniature world that could be used to discover the traces of the eons. But now, it's become something far removed from its original purpose.
The simulated universe is bound to make errors. You said that yourself, and that's exactly what we're experiencing. Why is that a problem all of a sudden?
I adore the vast amount of knowledge, but I cannot accept that the simulated universe remains simply a pending contract waiting to be attended to. Herta, think about it. How many surprises has this project given you? And how many disappointments has it given you?
I mean, outside of the fact that apparently you've invested the same amount of resources as a planet, these people are like super old, right? Like hundreds of years. If you have a project that's just not working out, if you're that old, you can just keep working on it indefinitely until it does.
The simulated universe never disappointed me. You are what disappoints me, Scroolum. Do you really think of yourself as someone so exceptionally amazing? Right now, you're more like someone from the Nitwit Society.
Herta, I don't mean to question you, nor do I want to deny the hard work you've put forth for the simulated universe. I just want to give more room for knowledge and inspiration to grow freely.
That's enough. Leave if you don't want to be part of this. Go tell the other two yourself. Oh, and take your tech with you. I don't need it. I can go find Adrian Taylor, or the red-nosed old man from Epsilon, or even the Intelligentsia Guild. At least they won't quit halfway. Ugh. Scroolum, we've known each other for a long time. This is the first time I feel that you're nothing but a piece of ice-cold metal.
Well, something happened. Hello.
My apologies, sir. This all started with me. I was the one that brought up the request to end our academic collaboration. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Herta or the project. The simulated universe is a great experiment, and Herta is a true genius. However, we have our differences when it comes down to our long-term vision for the future. These differences will often manifest into bias, and bias will get in the way of the formulation of knowledge. Deep down, I want to continue to believe in Herta. The question is whether one should end a collaboration that no longer holds true to its original intent. From an objective standpoint, I should end it immediately. Are you worried about her mental state?
I'm more worried about the mental state of the researchers.
Thank you for the humor. It is good for tense moments like these. The emotions of organic life are like tides. It is my fault for not noticing the trajectory of the moon. Let Herta be alone for a while, so she can calm her emotions. It'll be beneficial for our negotiations later as well. As for the simulated universe, if that's the reason you're here, maybe I can help in answering your questions. Search. Bonfire in the depths of the woods. A lone stone sword points to the stars. Punk Lord mentality. That is no ordinary curio, my friend. That is a love letter a Galaxy Ranger has written for the universe. Young sir, how much do you know about Punk Lord?
Absolutely nothing. First I've heard of it.
It is a planet made of data and symbols. The edges of reality and illusion are blurred in Punk Lord, as are its days and nights. An ether cartridge is a chip that Punklordian hackers use to edit reality. The ways through which a hacker perceives and modifies the world are recorded on the chip. It's a recording of the hacker's life and proof of their existence. The one on the space station belonged to someone truly legendary. He became a Galaxy Ranger by accident and spent many long years traveling among the stars. He encountered countless fascinating individuals and saw wonders witnessed by few. Many of the records and details recorded therein are beyond the knowledge of even the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild. That is why it became part of the masses of calculation data for the simulated universe. Yes, no need to worry, my friend. The cartridge has never left the space station.
I was almost curious if that cartridge was what brought my personality to life. Like they used the cartridge as the basis for my body before they put the Stellaron in.
It's as I said, it is a very important reference for the simulated universe. That is why its data has been extracted and added to the calculations of the universe model. Herta was probably impulsive and added the cartridge into the simulation without telling anyone, resulting in the item being listed as lost. I understand your concern. If the individual in question did indeed try to hack into Herta's office, then the simulated universe is undoubtedly her next target. As such, please allow me to offer my limited abilities to assist you with your investigation, sir. As you already know, the simulated universe will be shut down temporarily. It will remain shut until Herta and I come to a clear conclusion.
Does that mean I can't do my daily simulated universe run?
Yes. This is the last chance to investigate the cartridge data. By way of apology for shutting down the simulated universe, I will use my abilities in the universe to provide you with what assistance I can. This is my recommendation. Please take your time to consider it. Well, sir. Please, ask away. I welcome all forms of curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge.
Who are the Galaxy Rangers?
They are a group that carries a balance scale with them at all times. They believe all the justice in the universe needs to be achieved through individual deeds. That was the most suitable way of describing the Galaxy Rangers, in my interpretation. They are directed by the path of the hunt, and are always accompanied by song and the sound of horns. They pursue justice for the individuals and groups they encounter along the way, and shower them with splendid wines and poems.
Bards?
However, all stories come to an end, just as they disappeared from the spotlight long ago. There is a group of life forms there that know nothing of fatigue. They are attempting to touch upon the umbilical cord of the truth. They are compiling the languages, thoughts, and even emotions of the entire planet into symbols that even inorganic life forms can understand. You see, in the vast sea of data, life exists only in one form, a line of code. Whether it's a butterfly, a whale, or even you, the length of that line of code dictates the boundaries of what the entity entails.
So I'm actually a butterfly, I'm actually a whale, I'm actually Data? I mean, I'm pretty sure we are.
Maybe the emotions of organic life forms are an expression of data, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's cause and effect in practice, input in, input out, but just like, oh, I got happy when I saw the butterfly. The input in was the butterfly, the input out is happiness.
Very well. Get going we shall. I will be sending you into the simulated universe using an alternative method. It might feel a little different than usual. This will help us quickly locate the cartridge in the vast sea of data. We'll start with this data link. Now, please prepare yourself for a deep dive with your consciousness.
Let's hope I can defeat the monsters. Oh, hey, we're going with Silverwolf. I don't know what her kit is. Oh, she has Luca's skill. What's her ultimate do? Oh, okay, she's a debuffer. I guess that means we'll take the Trailblazer out. Or maybe we'll swap. Take down Hangout? Feel a ripple, a great weightlessness that makes you lose control of your limbs. In a flurry of symbols and code, you wake up with a jolt. This is the simulated universe.
Young sir, are you all right? You are now inside the data link of the ether cartridge. Look around and tell me what you discover. Hacker? Oh, conclusion. That is a holographic record that the simulated universe has created. In here, regardless of how large or small, all variables are saved, including outsider traces. You were right. The enemy's invasion has spread to the deepest parts of the simulated universe. They were only a hair away from the ether cartridge's data link. What we are seeing are the projections of what happened in those moments. Young sir, please stay still. Allow me to see what I can do with this record.
Hey, you. Why are you staring at me?
I initiated the simulation flow. This is just a record of the past. She's not actually talking to you. Please listen and don't interrupt her. We may be able to find out more of what we need to know.
First off, I'm not obsessed with it. On Punk Lord, the stories of the cartridge are no different from textbooks. I'm not interested in something that everybody already knows about. Secondly, it's not some kind of video game cartridge. It's an ether cartridge. It's the second pair of eyes, second brain, and second heart of the hacker. Do you understand what that actually means? With that cartridge, if a guy went to a movie premiere and bought some mixed popcorn, you'd be able to know the flavor of the fourth kernel he picked out of the bucket. It's truly amazing. Lastly, I'm gonna say it again. I am not obsessed with it. The reason I'm still rambling about it is to make sure that you know how amazing it really is. Do you get it now, Kafka? Alright, let's get going. We have to move quickly. This place is different from the rest of the space station. We're on Genius Society turf.
It is safe to assume that two people entered the simulated universe. Her and her companion. Interesting. Let's see what happened next. You are now taking the point of view of the companion. She will react to your behavior now.
Oh hey, we're Kafka again. Just like in the tutorial. So I guess this is how they're gonna introduce new 5 stars. They'll have like a quest that goes
You took
along
the
with
bait.
them.
Time for a buzz.
I wonder if this counts as my simulated universe run of the day.
Time for
Probably
a
not.
buzz.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Fork in the road, huh? I got this. Wanna pick one first? Give your beloved instincts a try.
Yes, this is a visual record. No doubt about it.
Wrong choice. The correct answer is the path on the right.
I mean, that's the one I would have chosen anyway, but you know, I like the occurrences better than the combat.
Not what we're looking for. It's a bait signal. Ugh, why would Herta put something like this inside the simulated universe? Doesn't she find it annoying when she has to find something herself? Never mind, I miscalculated. Let's try another sector.
She's actually on the correct path. She just needs to continue a little further. I trust that she too will realize this soon. We've met only once. Stellaron Hunter, Silverwolf. We've fought against one another before. Herta was there as well. She may have mentioned it to you.
Oh, I don't remember this. I'll say a draw.
It was more like a test than a duel. She would attack, and I would defend. neither of us gave it our all. She wasn't able to break through my defenses, and I wasn't able to stop her from leaving. I never thought our next meeting would take place under these circumstances. I believe the continuation of our last encounter will soon arrive.
What the? This was the right way all along. Ugh, Herta's got some psychological tactics going on.
Seems like we can now continue forward.
Thank you, Mr. Narrator. Oh, we're going on a combat one this time. Okay. I mean, they do need to...
Back to the space station again. A riddle? Where's the skip button? One 100% break. Time for a buzz.
But yeah, so
This
as
is
I was
double speed.
stating, it looks like with new 5 stars, they'll introduce them this way, where you have like a quest associated with it, where you get to try out their model and whatnot. It's a lot more than, or it could be considered similar to like the, oh, I forgot if they're friendship or like companion quests that come with like some of the characters in
But the vision!
Genshin.
Break! Here is thunder!
I like that we just completely ditched the,
Finally, almost there. There's even a miniature Herta over here.
like that we just ditched, the other guy. The manga protagonist.
A little narcissistic, isn't she? The whole space station is filled with her face. Portraits, statues, even projections of herself. I was planning on adding a mustache for her, but the spray didn't work. The entire space station feels like it's made of paper, but her portrait is near indestructible.
She's talking about that portrait in the elevator room, no? Herta commissioned me to design an encryption tool for her. Seems she ended up using it on her portrait. That's correct. The ether cartridge data is in the next room. Our pursuit is coming to an end.
Are you sure she didn't get the data? I have a strange or wonderful feeling about this. I really think the data they used was actually put into me. I am the individual or something.
Yes. That incongruous feeling has persisted throughout this long pursuit. She came for the Stellaron, but showed a strong interest in the curios. And just as we found out about the existence of the ether cartridge, she just so happened to show up in the simulated universe. I must admit, this feels less like a chase and more like a chance encounter. I recall a story about Punk Lord. It is said that graffiti is a special kind of symbol there. Hackers see reality as a magnificent game, an attempt to finish the stage we know as life. Whether it be for competition or for joy, they leave a trail in the places they visit. One symbol after another link up to become a long, long journey that writes the game of life. And would this ongoing affair not be part of such an endeavor? Perhaps this is all nothing more than a game she's decided to play with us.
Yeah, he was stating that it was more like a chance encounter, and I'm like, it's more like a game, like a... She's leading us to a destination.
Let us accompany her till the end.
I mean, you are hovering over my head like a narrator, so...
100% break!
I'm with you.
I commend.
This will strengthen up.
Oh, I didn't hit her in time. Hit it in time.
Is that all?
Time for a buzz.
Conflict is pitiless.
A will forged in ice never falters.
That's a much shorter simulated universe than what I normally have to go through.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Oh, I heard people about that like she can tell how quickly you have your
Show no mercy.
your thing on to show if you have it on normal speed or double speed. And since I have mine on double speed, that's what she called out. That's cool.
Look, we found it. The ether cartridge is here, and it's perfectly intact.
Something's not right.
There is an unwelcome third party here with us. If what we are seeing constitutes past images of Silverwolf, then for her to have made it this far would have entailed the disappearance of the cartridge. We can only assume that the facts don't align with the theory.
She wants us to get the cartridge, or at least me. Like you said, she's been leading us this entire time. She wants probably me to get this cartridge.
I believe that she was indeed able to hack into Herta's office, but she didn't stay there for very long. After all, even the best hacker wouldn't be able to find a specified target in the vast ocean of the simulated universe's data.
Unless she had someone to guide her there.
I was going to state that it seemed a little bit too real, that instead... Oh, so she left an image there, and then once we encountered upon it, it probably pinged her and told her we had followed her trail, and so she loaded back in, and we led her to the cartridge. So is she gonna take it now?
Huh. You want to explain it to him first? I can see the confusion in his eyes.
The final results are on the display table, young sir. Take a closer look if you wish. We have plenty of time left. I will answer any questions that you may have.
The graffiti was bait.
The graffiti is like a two-way data tunnel. You can use it to retrace the trail she leaves behind, and she can monitor your progress by seeing which pieces of graffiti have disappeared. I fear she may well have had the whole thing planned out before hacking the space station. The graffiti and the back door were all in aid of honing in on just the right moment. You've guessed correctly. The person that stands before you is tonight's starring role. She left herself a back door in the office, performed a proxy hack the moment you entered the simulated universe, and found a way to continue alongside us. I must say, she really is a masterful actor. Misdirection is always the most effective method. I'm sorry. Herta forbade me from disclosing any information beforehand. She made clear that knowledge would not be paramount to this operation, but rather the lack of it.
Yeah, we wouldn't act right. Especially because Herta doesn't know our loyalty. For all she knows, we could be loyal to the Stellaron Hunters.
However, the way I see it, the most important elements were dedication and sincerity. The actions of Mr. Leonard drew the target right in. Well then, were you satisfied with this simulated universe journey, Miss Silverwolf?
Huh. You knew it all along, didn't you? I knew it would be hard to fool you. All that talk you were spouting along the way was meant for me, wasn't it?
It is a joy and an honor to have the opportunity to face off against you once again. Herta said that this cartridge would be able to lure in the biggest fishes in the universe. She was right.
So, the business about shutting down the universe and the argument with Herta was all just an act? You did all that to lure me in?
That is up to you to interpret. Herta and I have always been frank with one another. Sharp conversations of that nature happen on a regular basis. It wouldn't be fitting to call it an act. Miss Silverwolf is truly a talented hacker. Not only did she calculate everything ahead of time, she has numerous variables and aces.
Oh, look at the smile. She enjoys the praise.
News of my sudden visit to the space station was probably the only uncontrollable variable in her plan. And with my arrival came the nightmare of shutting down the simulated universe. That would have ruined her plans and all her preparations. You now know everything about this encounter.
Everything? No. You're wrong about the most important part. You think I came here out of desperation, but I've been bursting with excitement this whole time. Do you know how happy I was when you showed up, Screwlum? I haven't had the thrill of a formidable opponent in such a long time. The Legion is nothing but a bunch of cavemen, and the IPC were a disappointment. Only the Society has the talent to provide me with a fun challenge. Reality is nothing but a game. But what's the point of a game if it can't make you happy? An invitation letter and a challenge letter were sent to me from two geniuses. How could I not accept them? Would you have turned them down?
You're confident you'll be able to get out of this in one piece.
That's right. And I'm bringing this with me.
Oh, a copy. You completed it while we were talking just now.
Why else would I entertain so much small talk? You're not the only one stalling for time. I'm guessing that Herta is hiding in a corner somewhere, trying to pull off a reverse hack from where I hacked in. You, on the other hand, are responsible for taking me head-on, just as you did last time. And I'm looking forward to it. How do you plan on stopping me this time? Are you going to turn the simulated universe into a black box? Or are you going to work with the IPC and put together a cross-galactic encirclement? Screwlum, will I be able to see your true strength this time?
I love the very small hint of a Valley Girl accent that she has. It's like, Screwlum, will I be able to see your true strength this time?
The long-awaited result will finally be determined. There will only be one victor today. Please, let me have some fun this time, okay?
My apologies, Miss Silverwolf, but none of what you are hoping for will be happening today. You may leave now.
Huh? Leave? But why? Aren't you trying to catch me? Don't you want to cuff me and exile me on some distant planet?
Can't you just teleport off of it? But I mean, like, isn't this a more annoying punishment for you? It's just not giving you that challenge that you want so bad?
Your creativity has proven interesting. However, I have nothing to do with your quarrel with the space station. Ergo, I won't stop you.
I'm gonna leave with this cartridge then.
That's just a duplicate. Correction, not only is the one in your possession a duplicate, but so is the one here. The real curio was transferred elsewhere at the very beginning. Conclusion, you may share that data freely.
What if I attack the space station again?
It would have nothing to do with me. But I must warn you, it is likely that someone would step forward to stop you.
Me?
Then what if I were to destroy the simulated universe right now?
I'm sorry, but that simply isn't possible. Ether editing isn't capable of destroying an entire universe.
What is the point of this then? You guys went out of your way to put together this trap, but don't plan on doing anything at all?
That's right. This way, the game that you so carefully orchestrated is now pointless, is it not? There's no point in a game if it's no longer fun.
I love that she also lost her entire accent. She was pulling that Valley Girl accent so hard in the minute, she's like, wait a minute.
Silverwolf, I know what you're after. The IPC's shackles won't be able to hold you, and jail is but another game to you. Herta and I came to an understanding. We will no longer enable you and give you what you need.
How boring.
However, Herta felt that this would be too easy on you, and wanted to add something of her own. And that is why, in this very moment, she has reverse-hacked you and located all your interastral network accounts. A total of 76 accounts. A very impressive number. How would it be if the IPC were to freeze all of them? Including all of your game records.
What? Hey, hold on a minute.
And she logged out. How hasty of her. Games are always fun in the eyes of a child, but to an adult, they are but one among many ways of solving a problem. It's about time we were on our way.
I feel like I was an accessory in this entire thing. I was just here to bear witness. but whatever. Okay, only a few more and we'll get the light cone. I'm trying to find something. A specific arcade challenge. There we go. Oh, we're still on the first mission. Okay.
A flawless victory! Hope you got a glimpse of Herta's awesomeness, kiddo.
Why make it so complicated? As expected of Madame Herta.
Make sure you never forget about it. I couldn't care less about what happened with the space station, but I will surely repay the favor tenfold to anyone who dares to taunt me. I already notified someone at the IPC to freeze all her accounts. She's probably crying in front of her computer right now.
Thank you, young sir. Your and Mr. Leonard's contributions were a necessity to
Oh,
our
I'm glad
victory.
you're still here. I hope your internet connection's doing a little bit better. But thank you. We're getting close to probably the end of this. Man, this first mission in the event took the entire 2 hours that I planned to stream today.
Do you have any other questions regarding this incident?
Why did I need to be here? Well, we knew that she wanted the challenge, right?
Please, ask away.
What do you plan on having for dinner? Can we ask Scrollum on a date? I wonder if all parts of this will be this long. Because then I'm gonna have to, like... I don't know if I could do both events, but the events allow you to do them afterwards. Like, you can still do them even if the event has ended in the main timeline, so... Are you still gonna shut down the simulated universe?
Certainly not. Although Madame Herta and I have our differences in terms of research direction, the simulated universe is our shared pursuit, and nothing will change that.
I love this man's coat.
On the contrary, I plan on staying here for a while to see up close what kind of surprises the new branch of the universe has in store for me. There is no one answer to that question, my friend. It holds a different meaning for everyone. To sentimental, organic life forms, it could be the first falling leaf in the change of seasons, or the marks carved onto someone through the passage of time. To the swarm that follows its instincts, it might be the sight of fresh meat in their compound eyes and the restless thirst for sustenance. And for me, perhaps the image of symbols woven together, still able to move the heart. Something great that you call emotions. Of course, I've also heard that the answer is nothing more than a 2-digit number. A medium rare cattle steak, salt-baked Kalia lemongrass, Herman compound milk, and a portion of fried rice, prepared by a certain young man on the station.
Hey, Arlen's fried rice is coming back.
All I need is energy. The form that energy comes in is the same as it is for you. I would never forsake the delights of the culinary world in the interests of efficiency. Now, it is possible that my joints may need a little lubricant every now and again. Well, young sir, our destination may differ, but there are still countless opportunities for our paths to cross. The pursuit of knowledge will always be the best driving force for trailblazing.
Alright, we completely abandoned you for a bit.
So, the reason Madame Herta wanted me to continue the investigation was to lure her out of hiding? That never crossed my mind! Did she know about the traps the hacker left in the space station from the very beginning?
You are most fitting bait. You are the most fitting person. We can't destroy his hopes and dreams. Come on now.
She said I did a good job. Can you believe it? I've just been acknowledged by Madame Herta. This is something I'll remember for the rest of my life. I don't have to worry about being fired anymore.
Same. Oh my gosh, yes, same.
This chapter has come to a conclusion. Come, let us close the final back door.
You watch the image on the wall slowly dissolve and disappear, and that's the end of it. Huzzah! Confetti flies across the screen. Oh?
It's gone. It's all gone. They seriously left nothing behind. They went too far this time. Too far.
Oh hey, you can kind of see the reflection of the game in her eyes.
All right. Stop with the tantrum. You're not a kid anymore.
I am not throwing a tantrum.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what are you gonna do now, huh? Hack an IPC branch nearby and get your accounts back?
If it were just 1 or 2 accounts, sure. I kind of overdid it this time. I lost basically everything. A branch office probably won't be enough. I'm gonna have to make a trip to Pier Point.
What, you're going alone? That's the IPC's headquarters.
Yep, just me. Why? Do you want to come with?
I probably won't be able to. I'm in Elio's next script. Did you forget?
Hey, Elio! That's the guy I was talking about, or person. It might be a she, it might be he, it might be a they, we don't know. But Elio can see the future. And the Stellaron Hunters are doing what Elio writes that the future holds. I guess for the best outcome, like Elio's trying to, it seems like go in such a direction that it becomes like the best outcome to get rid of the Stellarons and fix things and whatnot. So it's just interesting to me that, like, at least in a lot of the theories I've seen online, that no one really talks about Elio.
Oh, right. That story doesn't sound like it fits me. You guys have fun.
I hope you have a good time in Pier Point as well.
Don't worry. I've already got an idea. You see that Cloud Diner just 2 kilometers from here? A few temps from the Building Material Logistics Department just stepped in. I'm gonna go and become their friend.
Getting a move on already? I would have thought you'd at least want to spend some time with that cartridge you were obsessing about.
I told you. I'm not obsessed with it. Besides, there's fun to be had along the way.
She starts running through the effulgent neon lights, just as she had left her home world that night, sprinting towards the stars. Starlight elongates her shadow, illuminating the history of Punklord, those who penned the legends, their vows remembered by the stars. The earliest role-playing gamer said games are about growth. The calm tactic strategy gamer said games are about the victories. The rebellious collaborative gamer said games are about encounters. The loving narrative gamer said games are about remembrance. And now the young galactic adventure gamer, she said,
a game is a game, and that's all there is to it.
oh hey, so even though I don't have her, she can be a visitor on my space station? Hey friend, this is from Leonard. Leonard, you're still at the space station, right? I want to talk to you about something. Yeah, still here, what is it? It's been a while since that incident, but I'm still very worried about the space station's cybersecurity. I want to prepare while I can, and I've got an idea I want to run past you. Let's talk about the details face to face. I'm outside the office. Please make sure to drop by. I don't think it's been a while, considering that, you know, I, literally just finished it. Oh, so the game, it gives you, like, this is a good 4-star for, yes, we completed it! And with 5 minutes until I run out of time for today's streaming. Oh my gosh, that took the entire time. But yeah, so I guess this way they give you like a 4-star for new 5 stars, just in case you don't get like their limited 5-star. Only 8 graffitis can exist simultaneously. Anyway. Okay, so it looks like we have some more quests to do, and then more hidden codes and photos, but we'll have to do that in the next time I stream. But let's make sure to get this first before I do anything else. And we will throw those in that new light cone. As I told you all, I really don't intend to get her. It's either I'm gonna save up for Laosha, and then we'll see who comes after him. Because if I pull for him, really depends on who comes next. If you can see him in the background a little bit, Blade, I think that's his name. I might be wrong. I haven't been introduced to him yet, so I'm not sure if that's who it is. And then you see this little bit of Kafka. I'm really interested in pulling for Kafka. She seems like such a cool character. Her voice is amazing. Her design is amazing. She's amazing. Her ultimate's amazing. But I already have a lightning AoE character in Jing Yuan. I don't really need another one. Unless I just wanted a full AoE team. But oh, you want Kafka as well? I want her, but I also want Laosha, but I also want 5-star Danheng, because he's my husband. I have to have him. I've seen the links for his ultimate and I need it. So I'm like, I can only save up to do so much. I wonder if this is a reference to Elio. So all the Stellaron hunters are in this photo, because obviously you have Silverwolf, Blade. You see a little bit of Kafka, who's texting Blade apparently. So I wonder if this owl represents Elio or not. Anyway, superimpose. Bop bop. Yeah. Alright, so I have like 2 minutes, so we'll see what Leonard wants.
Getting late. Where to now?
And then we'll call it a day. Hey friend, over here. You're finally here. I've been waiting for a long time. We just saw each other not that long ago. Is that so? Maybe I just wanted to see you, so I got impatient. Why do I feel like I'm probably the only person this man talks to on this space station? The thing is, like I said in my message, even if the invasion is over, I'm still exposed many security issues that the space station faces, in other words, gaps. Following lead researcher Asta's orders, the space station formed a special task force to tackle this problem. In my opinion, aside from technical upgrades, it's important to increase staff member awareness and precautions. Many of Silverwolf's attacks honed in on individual bad habits, and those are too difficult to defend against. Like, you? Fair enough. Oh yeah, no, anyone who's done any kind of IT related work knows that the easiest way to get into anything, or even just worked in buildings for that idea, is just like, people are gonna be the easiest way to get around anything. A lot of times if you go to like a concert, right? If you go into the back entrance, you have a plain t-shirt on and you walk with, or like a polo or something that looks professional, and you grab some boxes or maybe something that they're moving and you walk with enough confidence, they'll just let you right in the back door. All you gotta do is be like, hey man, can you open the door for us? We're holding some boxes, and they'll just let you right in. Same thing with like emails. If you want to like get into anything, all you gotta do, that's why phishing emails are always like, they're always doing training for phishing emails in companies because of this. Herta Space Station is the turf of the Genius Society members, so it's not inconceivable that other forces will target us. Therefore, our safety and staff awareness should be at the top of the universe as well. You are Herta's locker room. It's not the turf of the Genius Society. In order to be able to quickly respond to such incidents in the future, I think that a safety drill for the entire space station should be arranged immediately. Select number of staff members will have their terminals sent a mail embedded with the special programs. It's phishing! No, not as simple as that. Well, we're defending against our enemies on the level of Stellaron hunters. That won't give you a choice. The moment the mail is successfully received, the program will attack automatically and immediately, regardless of time, location, or whether it was open. Within moments, the virus will spread throughout the entire space station. Are you trying to take over the space station? But be it a personal terminals, public facilities, or electrical seat warmers on the toilet, everything might collapse within moments. Have you started looking for your next job? Don't worry, these viruses are all imitations written by me. They're absolutely safe and harmless. Through the drill, I want to deepen everyone's understanding of network security. Of course, before we start, testing and repeating revision is compulsory. The requirements for the test candidates will be very high. They will need to be bold, careful, and thoughtful. They must not only be familiar with the space station, but also understand Silverwolf and the Stellaron Hunter. It'd be helpful if they also have altruistic hearts. Asta? Arlen? Who could satisfy all of these requirements, my friend? That's you! Do you have any other friends? You mean on the space station? Of course not. Colleagues are not friends. Such honesty. Did you switch personalities? Oh, I just had a moment of inspiration. I was at the IPC for a long time, so believe me, friend, when I say adversary shows sincerity. Adversity. The simulation testing ground is ready. Let's get to it. I'm not ready yet. I have done the 2 hours that I intended to do. Let's see how many of these we got done. Oh, already halfway there. Okay, so as you all saw, I'm already at the level cap again. 40. Oh, we got an achievement. What did we get? Complete the mission. Okay. But yeah, for anyone who was not there, I dipped into some of these savings to buy some of the special the special passes, so that I could get Jinyuan's light cone. I know, I was supposed to be saving up for Gepard's light cone, but come on, I've already lost the 50-50. I've already lost the 50-50 and got Clara's, and then in the normal standard banner I got Bronya's. It feels like I'm gonna be able to get the other light cones eventually, even if I don't save up to buy them straight from the shop. I'm making excuses, but they're good excuses, right? All right, so, but yeah, I dipped into some of my savings so that I could get it, but I did, and that shows that it was not a bad decision. But eventually we do want that light cone. Yeah, it takes forever to level up your adventure rank in Genshin, but like in my Trailblaze level, I just very quickly immediately max out. I mean, look how much XP I'm over the current one for it. I'll probably immediately level up to like 43 or 45 Let's see. All of my albums I need to go dump. But yeah, I'm saving up tickets. I'm saving up tickets to try and figure out who I'm gonna spend them on. Oh, it's too much. Too many people. All right, so thank you. All of the people in Honkai Star Rail are like A+ tier people. It's too much. So thank you so much everyone for coming to my stream this Friday. I will be streaming again if everything goes according to plan on Sunday. It hopefully might be able to be a longer stream just because of the fact that it's my day off and it will be probably a little bit earlier in the day. But I was happy to have everyone here. This will eventually get uploaded to YouTube. This episode. Yep, Sunday. And then I've started posting the TikToks on, well, I've started posting videos on TikTok. Same name as here, Poetentate. They're a little fuzzy because you have to record the computer of your little of my character, and the computer sometimes does not like picking up my character. But other than that, we're doing so good so far, and nice. Eventually I will figure out my editing software, and I will be able to shorten these streams into more manageable video lengths, and I will also get that up as well. So I hope all of you have a lovely day, night, whatever time you happen to be watching this, that your sleep is well, that your beverages are always at the temperature that you prefer, and that you have a lot of good karma today. So my entire brain just wanted to say, it was like falling back into the pleasantries I would say to my parents, because I almost said love you bye, but that's that's not quite what I should be saying to you all. But thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely time. Goodbye.